football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here on the Rams sideline, head coach Sean McVay. These guys playing one of those dreaded body clock games, making the long trip to the East Coast. Across the field, head coach Nick Sirianni of the Eagles. His guys 2-0 as well, so two of the league's better teams meeting here this week. Welcome, everyone. I'm Kate Scott along with Brock Hewen. That is punter Ethan Evans all set down there. And we're underway here in South Philadelphia. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, and took great care of the football. And, of course, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. First and 10 from the 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Zone read give here to Barkley. He's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Hurts now from the gun. He's got Brown on the slant. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a gain of 4.
On third down, it's Hurts. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
A certain variation of this play has really become synonymous with one team. And you know what I'm talking about, the tush push over there in Philly. But its roots, this has been one of the offense's greatest plays long before Jalen Hurts and those Eagles put their own stamp on it. So simple to run, so tough to stop.
And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage, so no gain on first down.
Taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes down a little short of the 40. Leading 4 here on third down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive.
Gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Trying to get it with the option. That's the first down, and he's still going. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Offense is set. First and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. One good for a gain of 4. It's second down.
Barkley, the ball carrier. Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
They go to Barkley again. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hurts gets it out, pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. And he'll fall on his own mistake to keep possession.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Barkley, and he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Eagles 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Blake Corum now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Rams on offense, ready for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win. With certainly some momentum to build on today.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Cooper to Gene with the stop. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing off the play fake. It is caught left side. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll throw. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40.
14 more yards. That's another Rams.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Catch made the right side by Nakua. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They're going to throw for it on 4th. Making the call himself. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Right up the gut. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that 1st down carry. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Now looking to throw. That's caught at the 4. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
15 yards. And the Rams, 1st down.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Leads to
They call pass on 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams finish off their opening drive. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after.
Mevis on for the extra point.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Rams respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Tank Bigsby here with a return. Escapes the defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10.
Option play. They give it to Barkley. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Quinton Lake on the tackle. It's a loss of 2. Brings up third down.
They'll throw, third and long. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
First down.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. A play fake now hurts to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Eagles first down. First and goal at the 9.
Going to run with Barkley. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
It's Barkley again. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a second quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Went after it, added on by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Rams 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Corum now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Rams and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34.
That's good. Rams first down.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker.
Number 36.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover it.
It's a gain of 3.
He has it on the QB sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
And the Rams first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He's got it on the bootleg. Oh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turn. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I can speak from personal experience on this one. That is the absolute worst nightmare as a quarterback. When you call that bootleg and you turn around and all you see is nothing but a big old defensive end, yeah, your interest switch from getting rid of the ball to a little self-preservation. Good job just simply hanging on to the football.
And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. 5 men out in the secondary for the Eagles on third down.
Brings up third and 9.
Third and long. They're going to throw. That heater is going to fall to the turf. Trying to find his tight end. And that brings up fourth and long. The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their third touchdown in 3 drives. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing here, Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st down, Hurts. He's got Smith again. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Again, here's Hurts. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
3rd down and 4.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Rams on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
A gain of 29 yards. 1st down, Los Angeles.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. To the air now on 1st and 10. Quick slant, taken in by Nakua. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
Complete to Puka Nakua.
Throwing on 2nd. Nakua's got it again. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
14 yards. And the Rams 1st down. A gain of 14. And the Rams.
This one goes off left tackle. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him on the slant. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to manage a low yard on that drive up the gut. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They're going to throw out of the gun. Looking slant route, complete. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9.
He'll try to do it himself. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. All set now. 1st and 10. This time he's looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Again to throw on 2nd. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Los Angeles.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. They go to him again. And this time he's in. Touchdown, LA. The Rams earn the chance to tie before halftime. Nevis now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Bigsby with the return. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Just a yard left to go on second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Finds the in route complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
That's good for Eagles. First down.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. Complete now to the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
Hurts yet again. It's a screen to Barkley. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
14 yards. And an Eagles first down.
It's Hurts once again. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. He's inside the 10. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
15 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and goal.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the pistol, Hurts. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Big play for this offense. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way. Going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime anytime you score points right before the final frame. And for the kicker, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Corum now on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. Great vision, gets him across midfield. And a huge effort sets up his offense in a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the Eagles 27.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. He puts a mirror under it deep down the left. Intercepted in the end zone. Cooper to Jean in to pick it up. And the Eagles make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moment the half.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. So the rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. Corum now on the return. Showing a little burst so far. And he's all the way up across the 40 before heading out of bounds. The Rams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. The pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
To number 89. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
3rd and long for him here. That one's complete over the middle. A lot of space ahead. He goes the distance. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams take the lead right away in half number 2. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams take a 4-point lead. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Shipley now to return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Eagles about set to go on offense. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. A play fake now hurts to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Devontae Smith. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the 38.
Hurts now from the gun. Finds Barkley underneath. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Short pass brought in. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Not a lot available to him. It's to the 38. Tackle made by Cameron Curl.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd.
Hurts throwing again. Into traffic, complete. And a stop is made at the 32, so give him almost enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
It's a sneak, Hurts. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
a gain of 1.
You know what? It's a pretty doggone impressive feat of strength to hold the line against a sneak, even when you know it's coming.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Eagles first down.
They go play fake with Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Barkley trying this up the gut. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. And that brings up 3rd down.
21-yard line.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And forget the marker, Brock. He's not even making it back to the line. They're turning this over on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The Rams headed out to the field now. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Down at the 26.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. I'll throw it. Brought in right side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one's complete right side. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
First down. A gain of 4 yards.
1st down, play action. Throw left side, taken in by Adams. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
It is caught left side. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Marcus Epps making the play. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 46-yard line.
They'll go play action. Right side into the hands of Adams. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
14 yards.
They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
To Puka Nakua. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Running for the marker on 2nd. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He finds Adams, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Rams 1st down.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And some nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it second down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams lengthen the lead at the end of the third. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Rams drive their lead to 11.
Eagles 17.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Shipley now to return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. So first and 10 now from the 30. So read give here to Barkley. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
Here he goes, third and long. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
A gain of 7. It's fourth down.
So we're through 3 here. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here on 4th. He's making a bid for it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains.
That's a 46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's him on the quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. First and 10 from the 43.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Back to throw, Hurts. He's got a man left. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
At the 11-yard line.
Hurts now from the gun. Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on 2nd and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here.
3rd and goal.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now.
25.
Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. Get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
The Rams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Rams
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Rams have the 1st down.
39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. 1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Another carry for him. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Rams to make it a 9-point advantage. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one. The last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle, it can mean a touchdown.
Nevis with a point after. And the Rams make it a 10-point ball game.
35. Eagles 25.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense in the hurry up here.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing here, Hurts. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. 1st and 10 now from the 46. They'll go for the gun with Barkley. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Working quickly here.
10 more yards. That's another Eagles first down.
On 1st down, Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain of 2.
Here's Hurts.
2nd and 8.
Yet another ground for Goddard. And they get this down to the 28. We'll go to the hurry up here.
That's another Eagles first down.
They kick the running back in motion.
48-yard line.
1st down throwing from Hurts. He's got it in the red zone. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now. He's keeping it. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles making a 4-point game here in the 4th. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th.
Eagles 32.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Corum now on the return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Rams returning their offense, and this running back to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. Sending him on the dive. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
2nd and 4.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Heads out on the bootleg. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The Rams are set to punt, and he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles down by only 3. Hurts on first down. Oh, the football's loose. Scooped up by the Rams. Not much added after the recovery, partner, so that is where they'll take possession from the fumble.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Rams and this running back headed back out for a new series. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Brock, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
He was tackled at
The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Back-to-back carries here. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Mevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams make it a 10-point ball game.
42. Eagles 32.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Shipley now to return. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First and 10, here's Hurts. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
At the 31-yard line. 8 yards.
Hurts setting up to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hurts. Drops it off to Barkley, complete. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
9 more yards. That's another Eagles.
Hurts yet again. He can run it. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds Brown right side. And he'll go down here at the 16. Offense in a hurry up here.
10 yards.
And they get that clock just below 40 seconds to play. Ball on the 16. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
Looking to throw it. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Out of the end zone.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there. So they take the field goal right there, Kate. That's the right play. I think you've got to make that decision, especially with no timeouts left. But now comes the critical kick. I think an onside kick is coming right here.
And the Rams get on top of the kick, and that should ice this game away. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. The Rams set to go on offense once more. Their lead's still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. Brock, I know you know this firsthand. All the way across the country. Feels like you're playing in the morning. You played in a lot of these. That is not an easy thing to do what they just did.
And you know what, Kate? You look back, even like the Niners of the 80s, those really good teams, they struggled in these 10 a.m. kickoffs on their body clock. You know who changed it? Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom said enough's enough. If you're good enough and we build up enough talent, we can also end this mystique or this problem of that early kick.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.